Howdy, folks. This is Bandit 0073 here. Now, where do I begin? I suppose basically the question is, in Bleach, are the filler arcs canon or not? I say this, or should I say ask this, because, well, for a better explanation, you should really have watched the Zanpakuto Unknown Tales arc, or the Rebellion, and then the following arc after with the Toju. And with any luck, see Ichigo's Bankai training, unholification training, and hopefully read up in some of the current manga. So, as I said, are the filler arcs canon or not? Now, to back my claim up that they are, at least to a degree, we have Kubo using Katen Kyokotsu's filler arc design in the current arc as part of Shunsui's Bankai. Now, on top of that, we also see, although we already drawn both of them, the two spirits of Zangetsu. Now, we already know about those from Ichigo's holification training and Bankai training, respectively. Now, we actually see... hold on. I got a little ahead of myself there. Where are we? Yeah, that's right. In the Zanpakuto Unknown Tales arc, we have when Ichigo fights Zangetsu, well, the Quincy half anyway. The Quincy half of Zangetsu, he's in her hollow, ends up lending him a hand, saying, well, if my landlord's gonna croak. And then, of course, the old man Zangetsu says, no way, he's not even using his full power. Or his Bankai, or words to that effect anyway. So that says to me, that either Hollow Ichigo had his Bankai and never used it, or he was tapping old man Zangetsu's power whenever he went Bankai with Ichigo. So, in that regard, there is canonical material from those arcs, therefore making them arcs partially canon. So, but the main question is, folks, are they canon? Obviously, filler arcs mean filler material, so they wouldn't be canon, but with Kubo using Katen Kyokotsu's design from the filler arcs, to me it sounds like he didn't just like it, they were canon. And another thing, the Gote 13 Invading Army arc is apparently set after Ichigo regains consciousness after using the final Getsu Tensho against Aizen, but before he loses the remainder of his powers, in which he's still able to go Bankai. Now, that on its own is filler, but also canonical, because we see Ichigo basically lose the remainder of his powers at the end of that arc. But we know he lost them basically against Aizen after the final Getsu Tensho. So, as for the bound arc, I can't actually say. Actually, no, it is canon. It's probably more canon than the others, but because actually, Kisuke alludes to the fact that because Ichigo attained his Bankai in the Soul Society rather than the world of the living. Now, because of that, and what actually was probably the bad thing about it, yeah, so using that arc, as I say, Kisuke said that Ichigo attained his Bankai in the Soul Society, not the world of the living, and because of that, as you viewers and others should know, there's a difference in concentration of the reishi between the Soul Society and the world of the living, which can cause an imbalance in the Soul Reaper's power, and also to agree because Ichigo's inner hollow had finally surfaced in the fight against Byakuya. I'd say, to a degree, partially locked his Zanpakuto's abilities, hence why he could only use his Shikai, and not Bankai. But later regained the use of Bankai when he first fought Kadia, albeit briefly. Well, the Bound entered the Soul Society. But, yeah. But really, how much of the arcs is filler and how much is canon, folks? Like, as I say, from the Bound arc, Ichigo's Bankai. We know he attained the Soul Society, and then World Living couldn't activate because of more like the difference in the reishi concentration. Now, Katen Kyokatsu's form as a spirit, the same as her filler arc appearance in the Zanpakuto Unknown Tales arc. And of course, Old Man Zangetsu and Zangetsu, we already knew about those, but Old Man Zangetsu's quote that Hollow Ichigo wasn't even using his Bankai. And Zangetsu couldn't believe it was only Shikai that it was being used. So, yeah, just think about those points, folks. So basically the main question is, I'll recite again, are the filler arcs canon or not? Filler means filler, I know, folks, but the question is, are they canon or not? Because you consider some of the material in them that we've had seen now in this arc, and then contemplate back to the previous arcs. Some of the material is going to be canon now. Now you got what Kubo's revealed in this arc. So, yeah, well, like, comment, and subscribe below, folks. Now, I'd love you to leave your comments this one and see what you think. I'm open to all opinions on this one, because to me, I'm saying probably to say, I'd say they are, say, 45 to 60, 65% canon. Because of now with this current stuff, as I say, it works in with it, making them at least partially canon. So, probably at a minimum 35 to 40% canon, I would say. But again, comment below, folks. So, I'd love you to leave your opinion and see what you think. Now, I'm going to love you and leave you there, folks. Here's again, like, comment, subscribe, do your usual stuff down below, and oh yes, I'll make my usual disclaimer. I do not own any material used or mentioned in this video. All rights and credits go to their respective owners. Thank you, and this is Matt 0073, signing out.